Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Woo! All right, so today I want to just simply talk to you about the difference between ownership and management. Ownership versus management. Ownership versus management. There was, right before, the semester before I officially graduated from Stony Brook University, I spent my entire winter vacation just meeting people that were in the sports world, meeting some of these old school legends, like just legends in the business, people who've been around for a great deal of time. And I was lucky enough to cross paths with a guy named Roland Grimes, the late, great Roland Grimes, all right? Because actually the person I was dealing with at the time, his name is Walter Ray, and he runs a company named Egos. And Egos, just so you know, stands for Education, Goals, Opportunity, Sports, which, again, if you're a listener, by the way, if you have not yet subscribed to this podcast, make sure you do so immediately, because there's going to be an entire episode coming out on just the power of acronyms and how words can have different meanings and what your acronym going to be, all that sorts of things. I'm going to take a deep dive on just the topic of acronyms in itself. But anyway, Walter Ray introduces me to Roland Grimes, right? And we were at that same IHOP in College Park, Maryland. It's not too far from the University of Maryland. And I remember him Walter Ray introduced me to Roland Grimes. He goes, yo, this is just wanting everyone to kind of meet Aswand. You know, he's young, coming out of college this semester, and he wants to get into coaching. He's just kind of looking for some advice, looking for a door, an avenue, any opportunities that you guys may have, whatever it is. And he said he wants to coach. Remember what I'm saying? He said Aswand wants to coach. And Roland Grimes stopped eating. He didn't even finish his omelet, to be honest with you. He didn't even finish it. He stops eating, and he goes, see, here's the thing. And Roland Grimes, just so you know, has been in the game for a long time. Played for Syracuse back when, you know, the Floyd Little days and the Jim Brown and Ernie Davis and all those kinds of, you know, he's coming from that era of football. And Roland Grimes stops. He goes, we cannot teach Aswand how to coach an NFL team. We have to teach Aswand how to own an NFL team. All right. And there's the difference. I was 22 years old when I received that piece of advice. And every move I've made has been about positioning myself to eventually own an NFL team. I stopped wanting to coach. It became too small. It became like managers. And what I've learned just from that little bit of advice, again, obviously going into it, you know there's a difference between ownership and management. But when you look at the situation that's occurring with my hometown team, the Washington Commanders, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, the team that I grew up a die-hard fan for, you see the difference when it comes to ownership and management. Ownership clearly isn't doing everything right. However, when they try to plug pieces in, whether they try to plug the black guy as the president of the operation, you try to bring a former military guy into as a head coach, you try to bring a woman in to manage this, manage that. Nothing is going to trump ownership. Ownership, there's a difference. Ron Rivera does not own the Washington Commanders. Steve Kerr does not own the Golden State Warriors. All right, and whatever other big name coach you want to name, they don't own it. And that's the difference. So you got to ask yourself, you really do have to ask yourself, do I want to live a life of ownership, or do I want to constantly have bosses telling me what to do for the rest of my life? And that's not an easy question to answer, because there are going to be some things you have to do that you never in a million years thought you'd have to do. I had to go work for the Miami Dolphins Foundation to see exactly what goes on at the low level of an organization in which I want to own one day. But if I didn't do it, if I didn't go through it, I can't even have the dream. I can't even have the aspiration of owning the Miami Dolphins one day. It won't happen, right? So ask yourself every day. This is an everyday question, and I can listen. I will do this. This will be a full episode too, and the full episodes, by the way, come out on Mondays and Wednesdays, and these come out on the other Tuesday, Friday, and Thursdays. These videos come out Tuesday, Friday, and Thursday. So just so you guys know, but I will do a deeper dive on the difference between ownership and management. It's so many examples I can pull, and the main thing you have to ask yourself is really, what's going to allow me the control that I deserve? What's going to allow me the control that I deserve? Because no one cares as much about you as you do. No one cares as much about your career and your happiness as you do. All right? Aswand Cruickshank. Oh, wait, by the way, if you have not yet, like I mentioned, subscribe to the Move Swiftly podcast. Also, makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. Purchase all the books from Make Your Move to Swiftly to Swiftly Your Guide to Innovative Teamwork. Make Your Move, a unique look into boxing, dance, and entrepreneurship, and the Move Swiftly coloring book. Also, the new one coming out, the Six-Figure Athlete, is available for pre-order as well on that same website. And inquire, please, please, please. It's very important that you inquire about the ROI hiring seminars that are going down monthly. Also, the Move Swiftly workshops in which we're taking the right employee and matching them with the right employer. All right? Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.